So I'm here on YouTube because I want to show off this type beat here, right? This random type beat. I don't know why I would be playing this from this person called Schmirko Beats. Um, Destroy Lonely X Lucky type beat Lordship. Let's listen to this, right?
That's gotta be illegal.
Gist, right? You get the gist. Is Strawberry Tart beat by Double T. Big hit, major hit, taking over the summer, right? Strawberry Tart, fucking banger. So this beat got placed on Matt's new tape project that came out earlier this year, and this is my favorite song I did on here. I did two songs, 24 and Strawberry Tart. So this is a type beat that Matt bought, and it's honestly a great one. It's a great type beat. It's a great beat in general, actually. Let's waste no time with this. We got this beautiful pad over here that I actually, very fun fact, delightful fact, this is not a preset. This is actually something I made. Will I break it down into its full extent? No, because I don't remember what I did. I did a bunch of stuff. But I don't often actually make my own sounds, like with LFOs and stuff. It's something that happens rarely. If I want a really simplistic sound, then I'd rather just make something from scratch. But more often than not, I'm just gonna use presets because I mean these are already sounds that sound really good. My favorite part of making melodies is actually playing making cool patterns and interesting chord progressions and top lines and things like that. I'm not as interested in sound design. I'm just not very good at it, and I'm also often very aimless and directionless. I kind of just do some stuff until it works. But yeah, I did a bunch of LFO, and the idea was basically to make a simple pad and then put a bunch of cool effects on it. Mainly halftime and spectral gate. Those are the main ones that give it this kind of warbly underwater sound. So without effects, it sounds like this, right? Very, very different, very different. So the LFOs, I think they're changing the waveform of the sine, right? They're changing the filter. They're doing a bunch of stuff, right? The idea is basically that creates a bunch of movement to the sound, right? These also have all different kinds of patterns and stuff, right? And it creates interesting movement in the pad that then gets manipulated by the halftime and the spectral gate. If I only have the halftime playing, you kind of get more of the shape and the melody and the sound that you get with the full effect chain, right? That's kind of the basis for it, slowing the melody down, which is going to obviously have an effect on the LFOs and stuff and making everything flow more together in like a kind of a slower, more languid way. And then you add the spectral gate, and that's what's really filtering it and giving it this weird underwater effect. Look, don't tell me how spectral gate works. It's something that's used often in like Botanica, I'm pretty sure. Look, Botanica producers might know what the fuck this does. I just think it sounds cool. So there we go. I wanted to add a quick addendum about spectral gate because I think I have a better way of explaining it, right? So I made this sound in Vital. Gonna put some spectral gate on it. And one thing you'll see with the sound that I made here, it has a bunch of spectral gate is open right now, but it has a bunch of movement, right? LFOs, changing the filter, changing the waveform, and basically that is gonna create a bunch of variation in the volume of the sound as well, right? Obviously, it's gonna filter, it's gonna take out frequencies, and that's gonna have an effect on the volume. That is kinda what creates cool effects to spectral gate, because this the cutoff here is based on the volume, right? Stuff is gonna peak through above the cutoff. That's gonna be audible, but everything below it is gonna kinda be filtered and be weird. Right now you don't hear shit. And now it's kind of peeking through, right? And now you hear more of it. It's interesting, right? That's kind of how it works, right? I just making like a kind of pad that has a lot of variation in different ways, kind of creates interesting movement, right? Dynamics. Those get messed up even more with the cutoff amplitude from the spectral gate, right? So that's kind of what makes that work so well, in my opinion. You got this, whatever, however you say this, a filter. Uses with gotta select a frequency, and I only have this like around 50% of the mix. Here it sounds fully, so it's just like straight up filtering it. We got some OTT, some heavy compression, and then some EQA, and obviously we got some reverb on there as well. So here I do think it's important to break down the effects, because they're such a big part of what is creating this pad. They are like an element of the sound design. The way I do sound design really boils down to making something simple in the synth, you know, some kind of pad. Mostly it's gonna be like a pad, and then adding a bunch of effects like spectral gate and different types of reverb with other plugins to create something unique, right? Because this sounds pretty insane. If I told you like, oh, I sound designed this, you might be pretty impressed, but I feel like a lot of the heavy lifting is being done by the effects that I'm using outside of the actual synth that I'm using. So we got some more spectral gate stuff going on with these two key sounds here. So you got spectral gate on both of these. You also got this Stilt V2 plugin, which is kind of like a filter plugin. This makes stuff sound sharper, and this makes stuff get like a softer edge, maybe like saturates it, or like turns down the transient or something. Like it softens it up a little bit. It kind of just comes off like a filter to me. I don't know, but it's pretty cool. I'm gonna redo this part of the breakdown. The light is on right now, otherwise you can't record, otherwise you cannot even see me. I just want to show off the chords a little bit better. So here they are. Very layered chords, right? You got these top notes here that add a lot. They get taken away later on in a different section. But the reason why they're placed like this and not like this is because of the halftime. Halftime takes like this section and then kind of like doubles it, so it stretches out until it's this. So you have when you hear the first part that I'm playing here, you're only hearing this note, and then for this part it's gonna be this note, so it's kind of like stretching it out. Then we got this. Basic stuff, and we got this. Even simpler pattern. These are kind of, to me, like one thing basically. Quickly going over the drums. We got this Meds 808 think I got a little bit of distortion in here. Yeah, I got some fast distortion on here. So as you can see here, I got the mix level of this distortion low. If I pull it up, you know it's gonna go crazy. But this is like right, just enough distortion to make a difference, because without it, it sounds like this. It's like a basic Mezz 808. But it adds a little bit of growl, a little bit of extra frequencies to it to give it more presence. If we look at the pattern, you see these notes slide, right? Because they got the portamento on. This is a full pattern, right? I know it's overlapping like that, it's kind of odd. I got a simpler version of it. Still with the slides though. Got a kick. This pattern stays the same throughout. I think. I don't think there's a variation in the kick. Then you got the snare. For my own kit. As you can see right here, in the piano roll we have some notes with lower velocities to you know, kind of add some like variation, some extra bounce to it. Here you don't have those notes. It's just like the basic snare pattern, right? Simple hi-hats. Pretty basic pattern, all things considered. Some percussion. These toms. Boop, boop. These are pretty fun. Open hat. And this perk right here. Pretty simple stuff. But I do switch up the hi-hats here, worth mentioning. There's kind of like a two-step until a roll hits here. Kind of like a little drop that I did there for extra impact. So yeah, that's really the beat. Honestly, that's all I really want to show off for this one. It sounds really dope though. The pads sound great. Very light on melodies. There aren't a lot of like melodies that are really like hitting through like that. It's very subdued, but I think that's what Matt likes about this beat, and that's also just like what makes this beat so special. And Matt flows over it. That's probably Strawberry Tart is probably my favorite song. Are the ones that I break down here. So yeah, it's a banger. I could break it down for this. I might break down 24 at some point as well, but we'll see. So Matt is like a really nice person. He's someone I talk to frequently. You know, I interact with him a lot on Twitter and stuff as well now. He was the last person I met from the 3 other people in Iridescence. I kind of got introduced through Second when, you know, he put me in a group chat with Amy and Double T, right? Double T is just someone that's very easy to like, right? He's an incredibly likable person. So obviously clicked immediately, you know, again, we're sharing a lot of music taste and stuff like that. Same as Second, by the way, but yeah. Matt listens to a lot of music, different types of music and shit, compared to me especially. I listen to the same artists sometimes. I feel like me and Matt click a lot, so working with music goes easy, but it also kind of goes slow. I feel like working with Matt is interesting. We definitely have a bunch of demos, but definitely don't expect me to be all over his next project, like with Second, for example. That can always be a possibility, but I have a multitude of credits. Me and Matt are working on something together, so we're hoarding quite a bit of beats for that, and we have a bunch of ideas that, you know, will be executed on a later date. So it's kind of a patience, but you know, like working with Matt is almost kind of a combination of elements from working with Amy and working with Second. Matt does have ideas and requests on the occasion, but often it's just no beats that he likes he's gonna pick. It's often definitely just gonna be like, I send a beat, he receives that beat, a song ends up being made with that, and I get a demo. But he's tends to then often be the person to see what's gonna happen with that, you know. It's not like with Amy where I'm often gonna be the person that's gonna decide how it's gonna drop and stuff like that, because like Matt is more in the boat where he's relying on other people for beats, and the idea is more that he's gonna use my beats for his own project, unless we got other plans, and stuff ends up being different on occasion. But for the most part, that's what I'm assuming is gonna happen with my beats, right? I feel like sometimes I procrastinate a bit when it comes to Matt. I'm always like, I want to really work on some beats for Double T, like really lock in and just get some stuff done. But sometimes, man, I'm really like lacking. I will publicly apologize. I gotta send him more beats personally. It's a shame I don't send this man enough beats. He raps on a lot of different type of beats. He's definitely a person where I can send like any type of beat, and there's a good chance he's gonna fuck with it and gonna wanna rap on it. That doesn't mean I send every single beat I make, and even if I know it's fucking ass, force him to rap on it. It's not gonna be like that. I definitely know what type of stuff I'd like to hear him on, and that's what I'm gonna send. I'm not gonna like send him anything. I'm going to send stuff that I feel like he would sound cool on, and on the occasion he's gonna give me a direction or request a certain type of beat, and then I'll try to deliver on that. I know he wants some beats from me, some Uzi type beats. I gotta get him some. Gotta get him a pack, man. I'm sorry, Matt. I'm sorry, Double T. Public apology. Um, I'm sorry that I'm not sending you packs as much as I should. Um, you know, we should have a million songs in the vault, but we don't, and I feel like that's a shame. He deserves it because he's fire. Um, but the songs that we do have are also fire. So I'm gonna give him a shout out for sure. Shout out everyone at Iridescence. Anything that Iridescence got on the way in the future, whether it be from Matt, whether it be from Amy, stuff is being teased. Stuff is on the way. Be on the lookout for that always. Follow the Iridescence Twitter account. You should definitely do that actually. They follow me, so why wouldn't you follow them? You feel me? Go follow the Iridescence page. Um, Go follow Amy. Amy got a new track on the way. Amy got a new track on the way. Do my eyes deceive me right now? Go tap in with that. When is that? That is Wednesday actually. Damn, that's soon. Definitely go be excited for that, right? Go grab that shit when it comes out. Um, Potentially new project something. No, he's teasing shit. He's teasing shit. So definitely go follow him. And yeah, go follow the Iridescence account, right? Go follow Matt. You feel me? Go follow Second. You feel me? And go follow this person. I don't know who the fuck they are though. They're kind of weird. They wrote Iridescence on a random bench. That's vandalism. That's kind of strange. That's kind of fucked up actually. But yeah, I mainly just want to direct y'all attention to what the rest of Iridescence is doing. Mainly Amy and Matt, because they got stuff on the way. Obviously, Second just dropped, so they'll go check out Long Live Shiva. And for me, I'm just gonna keep on making these videos until the end of the month. I'm gonna try to do Thai beats again and whatnot as well. Yeah, I know I'm in OBS right now, but fuck it, we're gonna end the shit here. We got Cam 2, number 2, in fact. So, shout out to Iridescence, shout out everyone watched this video, or these 3 videos actually, all these 3 videos that drop back to back to back. Catch y'all in the next video. Probably just to cook up tomorrow, I think. I don't know, I don't really have another idea for a talk video for the time being. But yeah, there's other songs I could still be breaking down. I could break down genre fanboy as well in the future. So, let me know if y'all are into that. But yeah, see you guys in the next video.